looked at each other then one day and said, now hold on a second, I had all these marketing techniques that were mine. I created them. The company didn't try to keep them. They went with me when I left. And 20 years prior, he had had 32 women's figure salons, and that's what they were called, women's figure salons. Some of you might remember Gloria Marshall, Lane Powers. He had those kind of places, okay? So we said, let's do that again. Let's create women's fitness. Now, there were no curves. This was 1989, and we're having this conversation. Curves did not come about until 92, and that was just one location in Texas, okay? So there wasn't any women's fitness. It didn't exist. We took the marketing techniques, we married it with women's fitness, and we birthed something called Bodygenics. We ended up with 10 of those. It was very fun and very profitable. Then we looked at our locations and went, wait a minute. The customer who had been coming to the weight loss center, they weren't coming to Bodygenics. The person that needed to lose weight. See, the person who knew fitness was the answer and was already sort of kind of fit, they were coming. And maybe somebody would come who maybe had 20 pounds to lose, maybe. But nobody who had real weight to lose was going to come to that gym. So we created a little test program, called it Fat Freedom, and ran ads. And the ads pulled like crazy. Except we hadn't gotten a separate phone line. Sometimes you have to live through it to learn from it. So we answered the phone. We're getting great results here at Bodygenics. And 50% of them hung up on us once they found out it was a gym. Now, some of them came in, but this particular location that we prototyped this was in a mall. So there was a big wall, because you know how big they're open when you walk in. So we had built a big wall. So you had to just go down this little opening at the end to come around so you could see what was inside, right? When those people went around that wall and came in, and they saw the bright lights, heard the loud music, saw us running around with, at the time, was leotards and thongs. I couldn't have set it up to be more intimidating, you know? 50% of them turned and walked right back out again. But the ones that stayed enrolled. So what did we know now? We knew the niche was still there. We knew the need was there. We knew we had to separate everything. And we separated everything at that point. Separate locations, separate staff, separate programs, separate phone lines, separate advertising, separate existence, all together, everything. And in 10 different towns, we had a Bodygenics and a Thin and Healthy. Both profitable, both serving 2 different types of clientele, which lets you know the weight loss person wasn't going to the gym and the gym person wasn't going to the weight loss center. And that's where Thin and Healthy came to be. As time progressed, in Thin and Healthy, we made more and more of a personal trainer, metabolism retraining area, where we still didn't and still don't to this day employ personal trainers that the fitness industry thinks about. Our personal trainers are certified by us, and the whole goal of this metabolism retrainer is to meet the person where they're at. See, some people could go walk around the block. Some people could run around 4 blocks. Some people get winded walking from the couch to the bedroom. So you have to start a person in movement wherever they're at the time. If you try to do anything other than that, you lose them. They don't feel understood because they're not being understood. So we added more and more of a metabolism retraining component to our Thin and Healthy centers, which made us completely different than anything else that was out there. There's no, to this day, there's no exercise being taught in weight loss centers. They'll give you a video, DVD, well, they'll give it to you, they sell it to you, but there's no exercise component, which is twice as much of an importance than the food component. But see, they know that. Do you know the business models are set up? The business models of our competition are set up knowing that people are going to gain their weight back. Renewals are built right into the business model. So they're basically saying to you, you're going to sell to them, but don't worry about it, you're going to sell to them again. They're going to gain their weight back. It's built into the business model. Does that feel wrong? It feels wrong to me. So we came into Thin and Healthy with these big old plans of, by golly, we're going to keep the weight off people. And that was our mission, to be the permanent solution. Little by little, we saw Bodygenics going out and Thin and Healthy becoming the main thing because of where the market was and where we saw the need was. 14% of our country is a member of a fitness club. 67% of our country is overweight. From a business perspective, you do the math. From a heart perspective, the people who are into fitness already have the solution. People who need to lose weight need help. So from a heart perspective, health, hope, and opportunity, that's where we had to go. Not the easiest route, by the way, because someone who wants fitness already knows they want fitness. So when they come, they join, it's all pretty simple and fun. But from a heart perspective, weight loss was where we needed to go. So the end of the story is we added more and more metabolism retraining. We still couldn't get them to come to us. So we added a bigger metabolism retraining. And they were coming, but they weren't coming to exercise with us. We were hoping that they would exercise at home, but they weren't. So we made a bigger area, and then we realized, oh my goodness, it's missing the motivational component. It's missing the why. The powerful why. If I take a 2x4, y'all know 2x4, piece of wood, okay, and it's 20 feet long, right? And let's say I lay it down right here on the floor. If I asked one of you to come up here, could you, you got 4 inches here, could you balance yourself and kind of walk across that 20-foot 2x4? Heads always nod. People go, yeah, I can do that. Okay, what I'd like to do now is take a cement block and put a cement block under each end, and I'll secure it firmly so it stays on there. Do you feel like you could step up on the cement block and get across? And again, people think about it for a second, but they go, well, yeah, it's balancing, but I got the 4 inches and I did it before. I could do it again. Yes, I could do it. Okay, good. I'm going to take that same 20-foot 2x4 and I'm going to suspend it between 2 30-story buildings now. Now I'll secure it so it's not going to go anywhere. Can you get across it now? And that's always the response, not a chance. And I say, okay, let's add one more piece to this story. You're standing on the top of one 30-story building. And on the top of the other 30-story building is the person who you love most in this world. And the building's on fire. And they're about to be engulfed in flames. Now for me, that'd be one of my babies. Can you get across there now? And that's always the response, gang. If I have to dangle, if I have to crawl, I'll get across. That's what's known as a burning baby. And that's your powerful why. You have to have, I don't care if your goal is losing weight, making money, owning a business, having a successful relationship. If you don't have a burning baby, that's why you haven't succeeded yet. You have to have something that would drive you. Well, guys, wearing a size 6 doesn't drive anybody. It's a vanity goal. There's nothing wrong with vanity goals. Nothing wrong with them, but they're not burning babies. Burning babies is living 20 years longer and living a full 20 years so that you can play with the grandbabies. So you can run up and down stairs with energy to spare. So you have no prescription drug costs, so you can spend that money on stuff you want to spend money on, like travel or spoiling your kids rotten or building a new home. See, those are burning baby goals. And what we do with our Life Success Program is we teach you how to have a real goal. We teach our members about goal setting and a burning baby and a powerful why. And we teach them how to know what the obstacles are going to be that are going to come against them before they ever come against them. They're called the motivation assassinators. They have a name. That's what they are. Lack of focus is you don't have a burning baby. If you guys ever set a goal? Raise your hand if you ever set any kind of goal ever in your life. Sure, it's all of us. Okay, now, you were totally excited about that goal, whatever it was, and by golly, you were going to make it happen. Raise your hand if somewhere 2 weeks or a month later, you weren't even working on the goal anymore. See? It's us again. Well, what happens? It's not the system you were using was a bad system. It's that you lost focus. You lost your motivation. Well, why did you lose your motivation? Because it wasn't a burning baby. If it were a burning baby, are you going to get halfway across the 2x4 and go, gee, I forget why I'm here. I wonder what. Yeah. No, you got to go save the baby. You need it's just got to have, and people go, well, how do I get that? How do I know what it is? You guys, I'm going to tell you, do a walk with me. You put yourself in the picture. You literally, where are you at in the goal? I'm going to have you do it right now, as a matter of fact. Whatever your goal is, now you can pick a money goal, you can pick a weight goal, you can pick a health goal, you can pick a relationship goal, a financial goal, a time goal. Pick any goal, something that you want, that's big. I don't want something that you can go accomplish this afternoon. Something that's big. Building a house, traveling, whatever. You need one goal. Now what I want you to do is put yourself in that place, in your mind. What I need you to know is, what are you wearing? I mean an outfit. Guys, if you're wearing a suit, do you have a tie on, and what color is it? If you're not wearing a suit, exactly what are you wearing? Ladies, is it pants? Is it a short skirt? Is it jeans? Is it a bathing suit? What are you wearing exactly? To the T. I need you to be able to picture what you're wearing exactly. I need you to be able to picture, where are you at exactly? I need you to picture, what are you doing exactly? What are you doing at this moment in this picture? Who's with you? What are you talking about? How do you look? How do you feel? Are they commenting about how you look and how you feel? Where are you going? You walk into your yacht? You walk into a cottage you rented in Maine? What are you doing? You have shoes on? What's the breeze feel like? Is there a breeze? Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? I mean, do you see what I'm doing? Everything you can possibly imagine, everything, in the ultimate place that you want to be.